Hello, today we're looking at the area of basic shapes. So area is the two-dimensional space inside a shape. We measure area using square units. For example, millimeters squared, centimeters squared, meters squared, kilometers squared. We're going to be using lots of square units. But what is a square unit? What do you mean by square units? So let's look at an example. Let's say we have a rectangle and it's 4 centimeters across at the bottom and 3 centimeters high. If you got a ruler and you measured all the 4 centimeters across and the 3 centimeters high, you could make a grid like this. So in this grid, every one of these is 1 centimeter across and 1 centimeter up. So we can see that there's 4 centimeters going this way and there's 3 centimeters going upwards this way. That means that the area of every individual little square would be 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter. So every single one of these little squares is 1 centimeter squared. So if we counted how many squares we have in total, we would have 12 centimeters squared. So that is the area of this shape. So whenever we're talking about area, we're just saying how many little squares can I fit inside this shape. Now to save time, we can just learn some formulas to find the area of shapes pretty quickly. So the first shape is a square. It's the same length on every side, so the area would be length times length, or length squared. The next shape we have is a rectangle. Now this rectangle has a length and a width, so the area is going to be length times width. Then we have a parallelogram. Parallelogram has a base and it has a straight up height, so the area of this parallelogram is just going to be base times height. And lastly, we have a triangle. Now a triangle is really half of a parallelogram, or sometimes half of a rectangle. So it's going to be a very similar formula. We're just going to half it at the end. So it has a base, it has a straight up height, but it's half. So we're going to go half times base times height. So here are the 4 most common shapes you'll probably come across when you're doing area. So I suggest you learn these formulas and you know them off by heart. Alrighty, let's try some questions. So find the area of the following shapes. So the shape on the left is a square. So the square formula is area is length squared. So area is 5 squared. 5 times itself is 25. So the area of the shape is 25 meters squared. Next shape we have on the right is a rectangle. It's got a base of 5.5 meters and a height of 3 meters. So we're going to do length times width. So the length is the longest side, so I'll make that 5.5. And the width in this case, even though you can use the word height, is 3 meters. So 5.5 times 3 is 16.5 meters squared. So if you got a ruler out, cut it all up, you'd find 16 and a half 1 meter squares inside that shape. Okay, here's some other examples. On the left, we have a parallelogram. So if we use our parallelogram formula of base times height, we're going to go 4.5 times 3, and that will give you 13.5 centimeters squared. On the right, we have our triangle. So if we use our triangle formula, we're going to go 0.5, because that's what a half is. You can just use 0.5, times 7 times 6. And this will give you 21 meters squared as your answer. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you understand how area works. Just remember to include the little 2 above all your answers when you're writing your units. Apart from that, hope you have an awesome day.